So a 15-year-old Russian girl, Kamila Valieva, is being held as the poster girl for all the problems with the integrity of WADA and the Beijing Olympics. Well, I don't know what your opinion on that, but obviously I have an opinion. And this is my opinion. What a crock of shit. Now look, I'm going to place it all down right now. When she tested positive, she should have been removed from the games. It's that simple for me. You tested positive, you failed the drugs test, you should be removed. We're also talking about the fact, which is a separate issue, that this is a Russian athlete. And Russia has been proven to have institutionalized drug taking of performance enhancing drugs. And then let's discuss Beijing and China and its human rights record, its cover-ups. And where do you even start with that? The corruption, the cover-ups, the human rights. No doubt some performance-enhancing drug programs themselves, but nothing proven. So that's an alleged offence. And Russia's doping scandals have been ongoing for ages. Ever since, I think, the Icarus documentary is when it first came to massive public light. And then we've got the problems with WADA and the double standards. But they've now come out with, we're not going to remove her from the Olympics because of the detrimental effect it might have, the impact it might have on a 15-year-old girl. Just take her out of the Olympics. She shouldn't have been allowed to compete. 15-year-old girls shouldn't be competing. Not under these circumstances. These are the wrong circumstances for 15-year-old girls to be competing on a world stage. And the fucking hypocrisy is ridiculous. You're talking about governments, entire countries with horrendous records, but the media's focusing on the integrity of the sport due to a 15-year-old girl. I don't hold her responsible in any way, shape or form, and I don't pass any blame to her in any shape or form. She's 15 years old, for crying out loud. I suspect she did not know that she was taking performance enhancing drugs. And even if it's proven that she did know, how is a 15-year-old girl able to comprehend the potential consequences of those actions? If you're 15 years old, training at an elite athlete level, that bubble is very small, but the containment around that bubble is massive. Just what awareness does she really have about what goes on in the real world? I mean, if you're 15 years old, full stop, regardless of whether you're male or female, what awareness do you have of what goes on in the real world when all you probably do is go to school, ice skate, go to school, ice skate? You train, education, train, education, train, education. I've no idea if she even knows what being a 15-year-old girl is about. Does she even know what that means? So even if she did know about being on performance enhancing drugs, you need a level of experience and insight to understand the ramifications of that. And I don't believe for 1 second she does understand, or that she can understand. And the bullshit excuses they're coming up for not pulling her out of the Olympics, for not disqualifying her, it's all smoke and mirrors to appease the Russians. It's China just blowing smoke up the Russians' arse. It's all about diplomacy and nothing to do with the integrity of the sport. And it's absolute bullshit when they use a 15-year-old girl as the poster child for everything that's wrong with the integrity No, the integrity of the sport has been up in flames for years, has been a stinking pile of shit for years because of corrupt people within the sport, people that turn a blind eye and all the bloody double standards. And it's appalling that you blame a girl, a 15-year-old girl, from this. And it's even more appalling that you call it out because she's Russian. It's, yeah, these double standards in the Beijing Olympics. The very fact that Beijing even got the Olympics is a double standard in itself. The fact that nobody upheld any of the Russian bans is a joke within itself. But what you can't do is blame the athletes. Athletes are driven to do what they do, end of story, regardless of the flag that is flown above their head. But do any of you really remember what it was like to be 15? Do any of you have 15-year-old children? How complicit could they be in taking performance-enhancing drugs and understanding the ramifications? It's unlikely, really. Let me know what you think.